What we're looking at in this video are vehicles sliding along a slippery surface, overshooting the intersection into the path of oncoming traffic. This is a fairly straightforward video. However, there's a very valuable piece of information I want to share with you when it comes to the real life clip to follow. Let's watch the animation to start off with, and then we'll discuss a few points. So there we have the red vehicle sliding along the side road and landing up in the path of the green vehicle. Now this could be a slippery surface for a whole host of different reasons. And I do have a separate page on the website that discusses road surfaces. I'll put a link to that page in the description section of the video below. It could be weather conditions, so perhaps a wet road. It could be snow, ice. If it is weather conditions, then bear in mind that if you're traveling along the main road, then you also face those same weather conditions. And so your stopping distance would be that much greater as well. It doesn't only pertain to the side road. It could be that there's construction in the area, so maybe a construction truck had come along here and dropped some sand or gravel onto the road surface. We see a bit of a sandy patch over here, so maybe strong winds had blown some sand across the road. It could be the incline of the side road. So the steeper the gradient of the side road is, well, the greater likelihood there is going to be that a vehicle will slide across that intersection. Let's have a look at the real life clip, and what I'd like to share with you is the following point. We have a vehicle approaching from the side here towards the intersection, and what I'd like you to cultivate the habit of doing is to set for yourself a cutoff point as you're driving along and you see vehicles approaching from the side. Then after this cutoff point, you now more on a heightened state of alert as to any approaching vehicles from the side. So let me explain. So depending on the weather conditions and the road surface, also the speed of a vehicle now that's approaching from the side road, one would set a cutoff point so that once the vehicle passes that cutoff point, if it's still traveling at a speed that is too high, you're already now in that state of alert. And so after that cutoff point, the closer the vehicle gets to the intersection, well, the slower your speed should become. So in other words, if a vehicle is traveling too fast, has now gone past the cutoff point and is still traveling too fast, then the closer it gets to the intersection, the slower your speed should become. So the closer the distance to the intersection, proportionately, the slower your speed should be. So don't just travel along thinking that this driver is going to slow down. It could be slippery conditions. Perhaps he's trying to slow down, but because of the slippery surface, cannot do so. But if you're aware of that well before the time and you have that cutoff point set in your mind, then once the vehicle passes that cutoff point at a certain speed, then you already know to start slowing down. And if you can get into the habit of doing this, it's going to make things a lot safer for you as you approach intersections. So try to do that. Try to implement it. It may take some forceful thought processes to start off with, but once you start applying this, it just becomes second nature, and you'll find that intersections for you will be a lot safer. Please like, subscribe, and get notified.